And why is it that such an advanced creature like a chimp does not ride a goat into the sunset in Monument Valley?
Hello friends, Rick speaking. Welcome. Let's talk about how Werner Herzog makes movies. And if you don't know him, it's okay. He's just, quote unquote, the pioneer of new German cinema. Let's hop straight into it. Well, let's better not talk about that one. Teach yourself storytelling. In short, read.
Read.
Through reading, you can learn to develop a sense of storytelling. Expand your knowledge and not just be a mediocre filmmaker, more or less. Through reading, you learn to see and experience the world differently. This will sharpen your perspective, will have a positive impact on your storytelling and filmmaking, hopefully at least. Writing a script. Herzog is a little bit different. He's questioning the 3-act structure. Because he's saying it leads to mediocrity in predictable films, movies. So Herzog makes a point of writing with a sense of urgency. Not necessarily at a fast pace or under time pressure. Not like that. It's more, but with an emphasis on taking time, thoughts and images that come to mind. Do not linger, write. Use this kind of urgency and precision to improve the quality of your writing or your script. So in short, be prepared to write. You don't say, don't you? Use the script to set a tone that you want in your movie. Be prepared to discard it on set. If you have to adapt on it on the fly, just do it. Be a little bit flexible and write with urgency. But what about the financing of your first film? What about the financial situation? Herzog emphasizes that you don't need a big crew, a big money or anything to make a film special. Know your own budget, keep it to a minimum, and most importantly, don't complain about it. There are no more excuses for not making your film. Period. That's it. So, what are you waiting for? That sounded like a bad commercial. So in short, become your own producer. Just do it. Make the budget your responsibility. Learn what things cost. Reduce the size of your crew if necessary or not, because a lot of people aren't really necessary. In the worst case, money lost, film gained. Additionally, there are several online resources by filmmakers discussing how they made feature films for under $10,000. You will find all the links down below. Think about the negotiation skills.
When you're negotiating a budget with financiers or production companies, you really have to know what you are doing, and you really have to tell them what they are getting into.
To best prepare and protect yourself as a filmmaker, you should know the legal terms surrounding entertainment production. Learning and understanding basic legal concepts prevents you from relying solely on lawyers or whatever or not, who could weigh down the process on making the movie. You just want to make the movie. Just try to bring it out there. More or less do the negotiations yourself. Know what you're getting into. Keep it urgent, like the script. Negotiate with conviction. Easier said than done, right? What to think about locations? Herzog says that he not only directs the actors, but also their locations. But what does he mean? Well, he can spend several weeks scouting locations to make sure he gets the quality of footage he wants. He's quite precise with it. It's important to master the logistics and adapt to the location. Especially if you're shooting in far-flung places, you should make an effort to not to fake the footage, but to shoot it in reality. Deal with the limitations you have and get away with it in the film. Well, in short, quality scouting leads to quality footage. Consider logistics, adapt to the location, shooting with or without permits. There's no substitute for the real thing. And the final rule, get away with the film. Then, after that, leading the platoon or your team.
Your project has to have a real big, clear vision that keeps people going with you.
The most important thing about how to run a film set doesn't just come from feigning confidence or faking confidence or something like that. It comes from really understanding all the different departures on their team. Making a film, the sound, the camera, the costumes, and so on. So as you increase your knowledge and your skills of certain elements needed in filmmaking, of course, your authority of sets becomes natural. So with the knowledge comes the realization of what you don't know and where you need help. So let the expert on set guide you as a director, guide you in their craft when making decisions as the director. So in short, try to inspire your crew, maintain formality, do the doable, what you can do, what you know, if not, just ask. Be the genuine pick, make catastrophes part of your story, deal with the unexpected. Set rules. Herzog emphasizes a minimalistic approach to his sets and that keeps the focus on the filmmaking. By leaving out the egoistic accessories on the film set, Herzog is focused on the actual task of making the movie and creating a great film. So, no director's chair, no trailer. Keep the crew small, do the slate and last looks yourself. And what about his camera shooting strategies? He also likes to shoot in a minimalistic mindset approach. No coverage, no shot lists or storyboards, making decisions in real time and not in post-production, and attempting to shoot things in a single shot. That's his style. Think about if you had to shoot every single shot in a film only once, just once. How would this influence your preparation process? Does your mindset change knowing you can't retake a shot multiple times? And shoot it like that. Key points. Future cinematography. Come unprepared. As fun as it sounds. Avoid too much coverage. Shoot in a single shot to save time. Set up and shoot quickly. Don't leave camera decisions to post. And collect what's noteworthy, not junk. Then let's go to the next part on the cinematography part of the camera work. It doesn't matter if you have the fanciest camera in the world or the newest at hand. What matters is whether you know how to compose a good shot. So look through the viewfinder and work with your whole body to get exactly the shot you need. This includes not only finding the right cinematographer, but also using the right lighting to create visual mood you want. Ultimately, it's up to you to control and direct the process of creating a great shot. So, it's not equipment, it's you. Work with your whole body. What makes a great cinematographer? Look it up, more or less. Set a visual mood and prefer momentum over style. So let's go on with the camera techniques. The compositional techniques are another tool for storytelling. As such, each composition decision you make, whether it is to orient or disorient your audience, think about your intention with every creative compositional technique. What do you want the audience to feel, think and come away from the shot with? Working with actors and creating that character you want. Casting is everything, says Herzog. Everything. The success of your film on finding the right actor to carry your story is fundamental. That's why you have to risk everything to find the right actor for the role. The only thing that matters in the end, as Herzog says, is what's on screen. Everything off screen doesn't matter at all. Work through the emotional drama and egos, use props and wardrobes and find the character's voice to deliver outstanding performances. So cast the right actors, risk everything for the right one. All that matters is what's on the screen. Use physicality, use wardrobes and props, find the character's voice. Next part would be working with actors on set. Every director approaches working with actors differently. For Herzog, his method included not rehearsing a scene too often, giving simple instructions and giving the actors encouragement and confidence to achieve amazing performance in his films. So do not rehearse too often. Keep them on their toes. Simple instructions work better. Know how to control your actors. Set your actors free. Sound and music. The difference between an amateur film and a professional film often lies in the sound quality. When often you shoot a movie, he takes a lot of time to listen to the quality of the sound on the set. The sound should inspire you and be given priority in your film production. If you're working with a composer, for example, focus on conveying mood and nothing else. What you're trying to achieve with your choice of music, how does it drive the narrative? Not only is the choice of music crucial, but also its placement when the music starts. Learn the basics of sound, understand sound issues, mix and distort sound for stylization, and listen of what's remarkable, for you at least. So find the mute, communicate what you want, and music placement. Editing. Every director approaches editing different. Herzog reviews the following philosophies and practice when it comes to editing his own films. Develop a distance from your material. Let the material speak itself, then imposing a pre-convinced will on it. Review the material and evaluate it with a handwritten log. Work with others as a separate set of eyes, and be ruthless with your own material. Sensitize your audience, see less, remember more. Be ruthless with your footage. There's no universal audience. Get the right feedback. Use the footage you can't ignore. Nice advice from Herzog would be just, the world is a great and mysterious place. So in your career as a filmmaker, let it inspire you and pay attention to the images that capture your imagination. Stay open to the unplanned, let ideas come together in unexpected ways. Collect ideas and give them time. Let's talk about his documentary style. When it comes to documentary interviews, Herzog says you have to really identify the heart of the person, but you have to learn how to deal with your emotions while controlling your subject to get what you want on film. If you're interviewing someone, have the conversation. It's not an interview, it's a conversation. Learn conversation strategies that fit the best your subject. Know people's hearts. Humanize your subject more. Tell difficult stories that are worth to watch. Deal with your emotions. Get to the heart of the story. But how do you deal with people? Respect ethical boundaries. Getting to the core of the person quickly. Your subjects are people. Truth is non-fiction. Not being too pedantic. Enlightening your audience. Scripted moments when you need it. Communicating the deeper truth to the audience. Next part would be career strategies from Herzog.
You can learn the essentials of filmmaking on your own within a week or maybe 2 weeks. All the rest, a film school cannot teach you anyway.
For Herzog, it's foolish to rely on traditional routes, such as film school or festival activities, circuits to build a career in film. Instead, he advises building your career on the basis of energetic, focused attention and through your own initiative and creative entrepreneurship. Be your own film school. Take the initiative. Prepare for rejection. Start with festivals and go further. Find your own platform. But life as a filmmaker, you need a strong will, a clear vision, and the ability to overcome a number of obstacles. To build a lasting career, here's some advices from him. Don't say, I want to be a filmmaker. Be specific. What is the project you want to realize? Develop a loyalty to the teams you work with. Keep your curiosity alive. Immerse yourself in completely different subjects that have nothing to do with film. Have a clear idea of the projects you want to, and more importantly, the projects you don't want to do. Stay in the moment and experience the essential things in your life without filming them. Believe in yourself. You need to know that you are the one who can move a ship over a mountain. So think long term. Do what you want and ignore the rest. Keep your curiosity alive. Experience essential moments. And you're alone and all you have are your dreams. Thank you for listening. And here are some last wise words from the man himself. Thank you.
Try to look a chicken in the eye with great intensity, and the intensity of stupidity that is looking back at you is just amazing.